Oh, g'day guys, and welcome to Gatekeeper's coverage of the RPM Discs WA Open. This coverage is brought to you in part by RAD, Gatekeeper Media, and Disc Golf Justice. We're at the awesome Mundaring Disc Golf course located in the Perth Hills in Western Australia. My name is Paddy Robinson, and on the commentary with me today, who have we got?
G'day. Yeah, it's Andrew Ferguson, and I'm with Tim Bowen.
Happy to be here, boys. We're the Tee Off Podcast, and we've got an amazing card to watch. Blake Houston, Alex Kynaston, the two locals from WA, Austin D'Alessandro and Jade Brady from Canberra.
That's a heavy-hitting feature card there.
Mm-hmm. Massive card. A few more players to watch. We've got Aaron Morton making the trip from Queensland, Dan Frost also from Canberra, myself, Jacob Davies, Damon Williams and Paul Noisy Noisen.
And we're kicking it off at hole 1, Mundaring Disc Golf Course. A par 4, you've got the clubhouse on your right, and you're banging your drive just down the hill here. You either want to be before this sand green, we are on a golf course, so that is a sand green, or you want to be past it. A good drive will get you right down there, but unlikely, there you go.
It's very risky because the OB is on the left-hand side, and a lot of drives fade out because we are throwing downhill. So leave it too high, too overstable, you're going to find that OB on the left-hand side.
Now, Blake Houston's got an absolute cannon. I reckon he could easily get past the scrape here, but what's he going to do?
Keeping it low is a great start, and flipping that up to flat is absolutely perfect. If he's around where that stump is, that's an excellent drive.
So in the past, we've had some out of bounds on the left and right. Where was the out of bounds for this particular tournament?
Just left. So you'll see a lot of players err on the side of caution and go to the right. So turning something over is not the worst thing. You're not going to get a penalty stroke. It does make the approach a little bit more difficult, but definitely you want to be right more so than left, because left you're just going to fade out, get that penalty stroke, and all of a sudden you're looking at a bogey. Speaking
of cannon arms, here we've got Alex Kynaston, who I believe is your junior PDGA distance champ.
World champ, and that is looking very OB.
It's going to be tight. It does funnel in there pretty sharp, and a bit of downhill as well.
Now, I said it was unlikely that discs might get down there, but I think Alex has just proven it wrong straight away.
That's a bomb.
Blake and Alex have got the power. They don't need to take the sand scrape or that OB on, though, because it's only 225, mostly downhill. Just want to get it in bounds off the tee. That's a little high from Austin, but you can see what I mean.
Oh, a good turn on it, though.
Getting the turn.
Is this a danger of getting on the scrape, or is he going... Oh!
Certainly is. That is very unlucky. Huge drive from Austin.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be far from the basket, so he'll have a chance to get up and down, but not really the way you want to start your round.
Not at all.
I love that we've got JB, Jason Brown, on the mic there.
Yes, Dynamic Discs' very own.
Nice. And Jade Brady busting out those calves and a big drive.
That's got a right back, and it's trying.
That's somebody who's got the OB at the centre of their mind, and he gets a very nice play off the, I believe that's a flying disc store banner there.
Oh, you're welcome, Jade.
He's left with the straight putter or mid-range, and that's way too high,
It's got to get lucky.
Yeah, that is OB, unfortunately.
Blake. So here's Blake. This would be the best spot on the hole for me to approach from. A nice little 80-metre forehand approach.
It's got that little metal pole right in front of him. He's got to navigate.
With the Raptor, and
oh, jeez!
Straight OB, and luckily that little bit of curl at the end got it back in bounds, and he's looking at a birdie to start the round.
Just popped over the line.
That is some local love if I've ever seen it.
Austin looking... Oh, geez, a glance at the chains. Excuse me.
Almost skips it in for an OB birdie to start the round, and look how close he was to that OB line. Very unlucky, Austin.
So Alex was safe.
Well, that's very fortuitous because that was too high out of his hand off the tee.
Nice little approach, flex forehand shot there. I like it.
You can see he was within 5 or 6 metres of the OB line. Here's Jade. This is for the par.
Bit early, unfortunately.
Nice height, bit left. Starting the round with a bogey.
That's a tricky putt to start as well. That's definitely a big tester.
Blake, just airballing that one for his birdie. Unfortunately, he's got a little bit of meat left in the bone for a comebacker there.
Austin safe par. Cashed. Lovely.
Looked like an angry putt. Lots of force behind that putt there, Austin. And very nice to get the par with that very unfortunate sand scrape OB stroke. Good cleanup from Blake.
And are we going to see the lone birdie tap in? Almost. Still Jade out. Ooh. Nice catch. Nice catch.
That Disc Golf Park target there, doing a bit of work, low and left.
Yeah, solid birdie from Alex. Absolute killer drive and great approach. He'll be happy with that. Next up, hole 2. This is a par 4, 200 metres. We have a little bit of elevation going downhill, and then you've got OB on the left and this river of OB cutting through the hole. So you have to either lay up or choose to go over it. You then have a sidearm approach to the basket in the edge of the trees there. Really fun hole this. I enjoy this.
Very
design.
fun. Similar to hole 1, you've got that OB on the left is the main caution off the tee that you have to be mindful of. And Alex clearly trying to stay away from that OB left, going way to the right. That's definitely in the rough.
Yeah.
There's a Mando that he'll have to pass to the left of, so he'll be throwing a forehand or a backhand turnover. I think that's basically birdie out of the question for Alex.
For the big arms, there is a chance that you can throw over that little river that runs kind of through there, that little creek, but you certainly want to commit to it.
Yeah. Blake's disking down to a zone just to make sure he doesn't go too long, and he almost did.
Yeah.
Austin looks like he's throwing a putter as well, and I know Jade will certainly be throwing a putter.
Yeah, it's really, I remember throwing putter mid, something with a bit of stability just to really get yourself in the right position to approach the basket. It is, pretty easy to break this hole down, to be honest.
This is one of the easiest holes on the course. So to see Jade and Alex off to the right is definitely not ideal. Maybe some fresh tournament nerves coming into play.
Yeah.
This throw looks like it's got some nice shape on it to get around the corner, and he's probably just snuck into the circle there. It's good from that location.
That's a very good shot from there. You have to go.
Huge.
You have to go backhand turnover to get around the Mando and back towards the basket. I think Alex's angle looks even tighter than Jade's.
Oh, he's gone high too.
Oh, it's coming out. I think that'll be a bit short. Yeah, throllery.
Yeah, that's cut roller angle. But look,
no OB there though.
No OB once you cross the OB river, so he should have an easy up and down for the par. Austin with that big forehand that he's got turns it over a little.
Well, look, it's safe. But yeah, he won't be happy with that.
It's faded back very late. He'll have a 30, 35 metre look for the birdie, but really want to be putting that one a lot closer. Blake in the ideal spot, just a raptor flick into the basket.
Now, in the past, there has been OB to the far right behind this basket, but I don't think that's in play.
Not in play here.
No, okay.
There is that Mando keeping you away from there anyway, so I don't think that would really have much of an influence on the boys and their shot choices.
Alex just putting that one a little bit further to the right than I think he would have liked, but I think he's probably pretty good from that distance.
So Austin is still putting from a distance, giving that a bit of a lofty bid.
Yeah, that's pretty safe, isn't it? I reckon Alex would have liked that upshot again.
Absolutely. When you're not in birdie contention, you want to be putting them under the pole, that's for sure.
Oh, Jade.
That was an amazing second shot from Jade to get to this spot. Gave it a lofty bid from that range.
I mean, how far do you reckon that would have been? Like 110, 120?
I mean,
And slightly uphill. Yeah.
Uphill with the Mando in play too is a very, very gutsy go from Jade.
Just seen a great putt from Alex to save his par. Austin taps in.
You might see the Aussie Open flags on the baskets out there today. Obviously, the Mundaring Disc Golf Course is the home of the Aussie Open in 2015 and 17.
Yes. Got to play them. They were pretty bloody fun, Fergie.
Yes.
Great lone birdie from Blake as we move on to hole 3, which is a really fun shot, 115 metres uphill. Just a perfect hole for a backhand turnover. It's pretty far to reach there with a forehand, like 115 metres uphill, probably plays all of 130, 140. So backhand turnover is preferred. The only risk here is there's an OB sand scrape to the left, so just don't fade out too early.
Yeah, look, it was playing under par, so I'd expect these guys to give it a red-hot crack for the bird. This looks a little bit too far to the right. Oh, favourable kick there, and he'll have a chance outside circle.
It's probably right on the distance of a lot of the MPO players, but Blake and Alex are two of the furthest throwing players in the country and the world. They've got no problems reaching the basket, and as I say that, Alex goes long.
He's just roosted that a little bit long, and it just came out of his hand at about 30%.
Austin's eyeing off a really big turnover here.
Well, if this comes back, I
flexing.
love it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
tracking.
wow.
Beautiful. And a
Little
little
bit of
roll off that hill.
That's great control. Awesome shot from Austin. I wonder what that was.
From Austin, I'd say it'd be a flippy DD3 or perhaps even an FD. Jade going a lower, more direct line, but this looks just as good. Didn't quite have the height, so he's pulled up just in circle 2.
Yeah, if that had maybe a touch more stability, he catches an edge, he gets up to the circle edge. It's
one of the holes
pretty
that-
safe look here.
Yeah, it's one of the holes that doesn't see a lot of bogeys because there's no real danger. Doesn't see a lot of birdies because of the distance. Here's Blake from outside the circle.
Oh!
And Blake's good.
Oh!
2 down
Cash
through
it.
3. And Blake being one of the locals and Mundaring is his preferred course, he's definitely one of the favourites to take down this event, as is Alex.
That was a huge putt. Oh, doesn't want to be outdone.
Nah, Alex says no thanks to being big putted by his good mate.
There's a good
And,
rivalry between those two, isn't there?
Absolute mortal enemies, Alex and Blake.
That's all right,
Austin.
Austin. It's in, mate. It's in. Settle down.
Look, as far as celebrations that goes there, Austin, I think you can work on it, but it's in.
Jade completing the beer frame. He'll be not happy with that to give a stroke to the entire card. So we move on to hole 4, Fergie.
Hole 4, another par 4, 150 metres. You've got a little bit of a tight tee off. You want to land about here where you've got your amateur tee. Then the fairway splits into 2. You can kind of either go the left-hand route where we're going now, or there is a more of a backhand hyzer shot going the right-hand way.
I don't think you really get a choice. It's wherever your disc lands, that's the avenue you go down. The tee shot, you can throw a backhand to get to that left avenue, but then you kind of have to throw a forehand in. So,
Yeah, I love this hole.
yeah,
It's a really fun one to play.
It's a very, very cool hole. And if you're off the fairway by a metre or 2, it just changes the shot that you have to throw for your second shot so much. That's a great ground reaction from Alex.
Is the Mando still on the right-hand side as well? Just to
There is a
tip you off the
Mando.
fair?
Yeah, there is a Mando on the right-hand side, preventing discs from kind of from playing around.
Look at that from Austin. That's pushing deep into the tunnel. He should have a very, very easy up and down for the bird.
Yeah, you don't want.
Oh,
no, Jade. Yeah,
Yep.
you
He'll
don't
want
want
that shot
people.
again, that's for sure, Jade. Because now he's got to put this in the perfect spot at the tunnel entrance to even think about getting a par.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean. He's gone off the fairway by no more than 1-2 metres tops, and now he's going to have a standstill forehand, which I know Jade very well. Standstill forehands are not his go.
Yeah, the ground play at Mundaring does come into play quite a bit. It's you've got some quite scrubby grass, trees, and rocks, and all sorts of things to contend with. And as we see Alex there, just put one up the fairway. He's going to find himself probably in circle 2.
Yeah, from this distance, it's only like a zone approach. Oh, Jade, not too bad. He's got the straddle out backhand,
That looks a little right too.
using every inch of the fairway.
That'll be about circle's edge, you reckon?
Just outside circle, so he'll need that for the par. Here's Austin in the ideal landing zone.
Oh, that's so good.
And there you go. Hits the pole.
Doinks the pole.
Tap in birdie.
Yeah, that's literally just clinical how he's broken this hole down. That's fantastic.
Genuine rough at this part of the course. You could see Austin's reaction there, just releasing the pressure. That's what it's like when you pure these tunnels. Like, oh, thank God, I'm out. I'm through. No more scrambles. So here's Jade from about 15, 16 metres for the par. Oh, it looked good out of his hand, but that's going to be an unfortunate bogey at best for Jade.
Circle edge?
Circle
yeah,
edge
from
for
Alex.
Alex.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, that's come out very late. He's held on to that a bit long.
I think he just apologised to the gallery then.
No, he's telling us in the commentary booth.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know,
Yeah,
I know.
Don't say it, boys. Don't
Right.
say it. No, he's an absolute gun putter, Alex. As is this bloke.
Very
Very-
nicely done from Blake.
Good up and down. Sure, he wasn't too stoked with that release in the tunnel, but yeah, gets it up.
Oh, and Alex, unfortunately, 3-putting, so he'll be dropping a stroke here. Some early tournament nerves, I think.
Yes, that does hurt a little.
Jade makes good on the comeback. A two over through 4 holes for Jade. He'll want to start getting some green on the scorecard very soon. Austin, on the other hand, 2 birdies in a row.
Very nice. And hole 5, par 3, 100 metres. This is a really fun and difficult par 3. You've got to actually flex one through these trees, righty backhand, get it to come back and fade to this pin. Not an easy birdie to get, fellas, and a lot of trouble to get into. The rough is very rough.
This is pretty much the iconic Mundaring hole, I think, and that's a very good attempt from Austin and a very familiar result. Hitting a tree, kicking left or right, and then all of a sudden you're like, how am I going to get to the pin?
It's absolute jail out there, and Blake was turning that one over, but he's got a kick, and he's still going to be well short, but we'll see what his stance is going to be like.
Actually, I remember feeling like I've got the perfect drive happening, and these thin little Mundaring tree branches just... it's just kill your disc, destroy your soul. Oh, jeez. All right. Well, we're going to see some scrambling from the group here.
It's such a beautiful disc golf shot when you pull it off. This is the beautiful S-shaped backhand with a mid-range or a fairway. And it's not easy to do, that's for sure.
Oh, that's
great up and down from Jade.
Fantastic.
If you're taking a par in this hole, I feel like you're keeping up with the MPO, if not getting a stroke on some players, because it easily gets bogeyed.
Yeah, Alex there with a bit of a difficult stance up against that tree, but he actually cooks this one a bit long, but he's definitely inside the circle.
Looks like a pretty tight line there. That's nice.
Blake with the flex zone. It's gone a little long, making the cameraman dance, that's for sure. Shout out to Ben Kennedy on Catch Cam for the weekend. First time filming. He's doing a great job so far.
Yeah, nice.
Here's Austin. He's got to look at the basket. He's gone a little flick putter. Wants it to sit, and it does.
Yep.
Yeah, good scrambling.
If we can see 4 scrambles and 4 pars, I'll be very impressed.
Well, this to lead us off.
There's one.
There we go.
Off the band. Great catch from the band. Well done, Alex.
All right. Let's make it 2. Come on, Blake.
Looking to keep the card clean.
There Absolutely. We go.
Dead centre.
Right on the pole. Well done, Blake. So Jade would love a par.
Yeah.
Wastes no time in cashing one.
And then this should be a very easy tap in from Austin. There it is.
Nicely done. Little left, but 4 pars. Well done, boys, because it's a very difficult hole, hole 5 at Mundaring.
Good scrambles.
As we move on to hole 6, this is a 190-metre par 4. It's not very long, but there is an OB area here that the drone is just flying over. That means you have to pull your drives up very short. Or you can try and crush a roller over the top, as we did see Ricky Wysocki do back in the day. And then you've got a tunnel shot to the basket here. So good one to get, hole 6. Not a very hard hole by any means. The tee shot is probably the easiest shot on the whole course. Just a simple backhand hyzer. Make sure you don't throw it more than 120 metres because you'll be OB.
Austin's done a very good job of controlling that one and just landing about 15 or 20 short of the OB line.
I think it's ideal to be up towards the right. You can see it looks like the boys are yanking it across the golf fairway, but being high right gives you a better angle into the green.
Do you reckon we'll see any rollers?
It's one of those things where I know Ricky Wysocki got the eagle back in 2017 with a roller, which was pretty insane. It's not really worth it because you're likely to land in that OB hazard area.
It's a huge roller.
Yeah.
What, like,
it might be
we're talking 150 metre at least?
It might be.
Oh, well, he was almost pin high. He was pin high. He had a circle 2 putt. So he's rolled at 190 metres.
And it's one of the things where, yes, you could probably clear the OB area with a roller, but the risk is not there. The risk reward is not there because you're going to come up in the OB area quite a number of times. Great shot from Blake.
Good kick.
Checked up. Austin looking at a probably a backhand mid-range from this distance for him. Oh, that might be a fairway driver from how hard he ripped it. And beautiful looking shot.
Austin looking very good.
Very good so far. Hot start. He'd be looking at a 3 down through 6, which is very competitive on the Mundaring course. One of Australia's harder courses, I would have thought.
Yeah, especially with all the OB in. I love this pop from Jade.
Not quite wide enough. He's
a
little early. Didn't see a lot of bogeys this hole. Certainly one you'd like to get.
Alex, his drive was a bit more left, so he's giving himself a bit more of a hyzer in, but unfortunately, I think he's caught some... Oh, no, he's stuck through.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a little right from Alex, but it snuck through, and he'll have I think, probably outside circle look for the birdie. Jade to lead us off from the rough.
Through the trees? Come on, Jade.
Camera doesn't really show it. It's a bit uphill, bit rough.
Yeah.
Don't know how on earth Jade cashed that. That's an excellent putt. He's happy with it too.
Straight to the highlight reel. That was awesome.
Oh, no, Alex. Just from the very edge of circle. So
Jade's fault. Tough act to follow that.
That's it. Here's Blake from 9 metres. Very confident stroke from the young boy.
Yeah, his putting's looking dead on.
3 down through 6. Very nice start from Blake.
Yeah, I know that sometimes that can let him down on the course, but starting exactly how you would want to, Blake.
Absolutely. Holes 1, 3, 4, and 5. Very difficult holes, so good to be under par at this point in the course. Fergie.
Hole 7, it's a par 3. It's 170...
No, that's a mistake. It's
that is a
par
mistake.
4, 175 metre par 4. You've got to get to the entrance to this tunnel, and then it's one of the hardest tunnel shots on the course. Super tight leading into the basket. Saw a lot of forehands off the box, or the backhand players. The backhand turnover is also there. That's looking ideal from Austin. He'll have a little, maybe hyzer flip into the basket from that angle.
There's a Mando in here that really you don't want to push too far left because that Mando will cut you off very quickly.
Yeah.
But these are looking
good.
Pretty good spots.
Tee shot's not difficult by any means. It's the second shot, so you just want to get a good spot for a approach to this basket.
Jade. He's electing to go the backhand, and that one's fading out. He's going to have a little tricky shot into the green now.
Just going to say it. Birdie's out of play for Jade from that angle. He'll have to throw a little hyzer to the tunnel. Hopefully be in the middle of it so he can get up and down for the par. Great shot from the other 3 boys. But the work's not done. This second shot, very, very difficult shot.
Yeah, he's cut off pretty bad.
That Mando, that large tree, you can just see that Jade is aiming towards. That is your mandatory. So you have to go to the right of that. And has he got it clipped a bit of foliage? No, he's got down there.
Definitely clip something. That's a very, very good result. He knows he got away with one there. Here's Blake with a straight zone shot. A little early. It's fighting through the trees, though.
It's just getting all the love.
That missed roughly 6 million trees. He'll should have a little scramble jump putt from there. Austin a little turned over. Again, fighting through. The boys are getting some love from the trees on this hole.
Austin from circle 2 for the bird.
Oh, great run. Just hitting
me.
the tray from range. Easy up and down forehand from Alex. So he's giving it the height for a run.
Oof.
Just checking up. Well inside the circle. Should have no problems from that distance. Here's Blake. That got way down there. He's got a wide open putt for the birdie.
Very fortunate.
Just over the top.
Now, Jade, so the unlikely bird, he's looking at it.
Ooh.
Just little left.
I did say birdie was out of the equation for Jade. He would have made me look like a right fool. But I think it took a special tree love to get to that point. Alex, unfortunately, I've put the moxie on him. That's a tap-in bogey. You can see some frustration appearing for Alex. He hasn't had the start that he needs. And Jade as well.
Nose down and low out of the hand. He didn't like that one at all.
No, that one hurts. Yeah, good par from Blake.
Really liking the look of Blake's putting so far in this round.
Still not at Austin yet. Just FYI.
So taps in his
There we
par.
go.
We move on
Very
to
solid.
hole 8.
All right, hole 8. This is par 3. Pretty short par 3, actually, 90 metres, but it comes with a lot of risk reward. You're basically throwing straight out into OB. Forehand is definitely the play here, and have to come back into bounds and get the birdie. I think if you stay a bit... Oh,
goodness.
did that hit?
Hit the
and
tree, rolled back, but that's still safe.
Still safe. I believe there was a drop zone for this in the past. Was that the case for this time, Tim?
Not this time around. In the previous years, it was OB with... as Blake gives it a decent run. It was OB with a drop zone. Now it's playing as hazard. So a lot of the backhanders were at more of a risk of not coming in bounds. That's looking a great shape from Jade, though.
Just going to slide in there.
Yep. That's a very nice backhand turnover.
Very nice.
Yeah, the backhanders weren't punished. They could throw it, and if they went OB, it was just a hazard, a penalty shot, and they could still save the par. Too low from Alex. Needs to
catch an edge.
overstable enough, and that kept going.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty short there.
Reminds me of that Maple Hill hole over the water. I bet you Isaac Robinson had looked into the forest and just pure a backhand through the trees.
Alex just getting the band again on that one.
Jade, he will want a bit of redemption on the last couple of putts, and he gets it.
Here we
Very
go.
nice. Very nice birdie. Austin.
Yep, to move to 4 down. Very hot start from Austin, and that is dead center. He's come to play.
I wonder if he's wore those shorts to match the Gatekeeper logo.
I think I did see a logo on it.
Nice putt from Blake. These are
I didn't know they had shorts.
4 down through 8. These are very hot scores, boys. Mundaring is a very difficult course, and the first few holes, I mean, a lot of players were saying par is good through the first half a dozen holes.
I mean, what does par come in here?
Oh, look, I think it's in the past, depending on the OB, it's been around about 6. Oh, sorry. We've got hole 9, par 3, 120 metres. This one is just a big booming shot downhill. You want to avoid that sand green on the right, and then maybe some OB on the left-hand side.
And it's very tight, the OB on the left. So a lot of people hanging it right. That's great from Austin. Needs to hook up over that golf green, though. This is a genuine ace run, I think. Little deep. And OB is about 12 metres past the basket, so he looks relatively straightforward this hole, but a lot of penalty strokes were found.
Yeah,
Blake,
sorry,
this
Fergs.
Raptor?
Cut you off as well. What was
No,
par?
I think I meant around 970.
Yeah, okay, pretty solid.
Yep, 970 rated kind of par round.
Yeah, beautiful from Blake there.
I bet you he's got that hyzer with his Raptor just locked into his muscle memory on this hole.
Yeah, I remember it being you could spike
Jade.
one in.
Needs to skip off that sand green.
Which it
Is
never
it going to
does.
get it? Is it going to get it?
Oh,
No.
so close.
Yeah,
These sand scrape greens are probably a new sight for our American audience. They're in drought-ridden areas. This is what players play golf off, which doesn't look like fun, and I can't imagine it is. They're actually amazing disc golf obstacles, though.
Yeah.
They really catch your disc.
They eat discs.
They love handing out penalty strokes. As you can see, Jade, very, very close to being inside circle, but unfortunately didn't get the skip off the sand scrape. This is for par. Genuine run, just over the top. Alex having a look from just outside circle, I believe. Might have been just inside.
Ooh.
Giving it a lofty bit. It's quite a downhill run from short of the basket. You'd rather be here where Austin is, putting back at it. But to put it in perspective, I think where Jade is standing is OB. So very, very close behind the basket. Great birdie make from Austin. He's absolutely motoring at this point.
Jade here with a bit of a comebacker for Bogue. No.
Just a little low. So very uncharacteristic, messy start from Jade. He's definitely one of Australia's best disc golfers, and he won't be happy with a overpass score to this point in the round. Blake with a nice birdie. At this stage, it's looking like Blake and Austin, are the two to watch.
Yeah. I think Jay's got a bit of that disconnection happening, unfortunately, but this is still just the front 9. He's got a lot of holes to go.
Absolutely. We're here for 3 massive rounds on the Mundaring course. As we wrap up the front 9 results, we'll see Blake with a 5 down start, Austin with I think he's also a 5 down start, Austin. Alex at even, and Jade Brady +4. Make sure you join us for the back 9 coverage coming very soon.